Number 1 says if f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 divided by x squared minus 3x minus 4, find the zeros of f of x and the values of x which have no image. Now, for equation 1, f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 all over x squared minus 3x minus 4. That is for problem 1. It says find the zeros of f of x. So for this question, the zeros of f of x is where f of x is equal to 0. So for f of x to be equal to 0, that means the numerator will be equal to 0 and the denominator will not be equal to 0, meaning the numerator is 2x minus 1, so this should be equal to 0, while this, the denominator, which is 2x squared minus 3x minus 4, is not equal to 0. So the zeros of this function will not be at this condition. So at the condition where the numerator is equal to 0 is the zeros of this function. So what I'm going to do now is I'll add +1 to both sides of the equation. This will cancel out this. I'll be left with 2x at the left hand side and 1 at the right hand side. Dividing both sides by 2, this will cancel out this. You have x, so this will be half. So the zeros of this function is at the point where x is equal to half. That is 1 over 2. This is the zeros, the zero function of this. So we are also asked to find the value of x which have no image. The value of x where this function has no image, no significant image. So it's at the point where the function is undefined, and the function is said to be undefined if the denominator is equal to 0. That is an infinite number. An infinite number. So a function is said to be undefined when you have a number at the numerator and at the denominator is equal to 0. This is an undefined function. It's an undefined function image. So the function is said to have no image. It's undefined. So at the point where the denominator is equal to 0 is where you have x squared minus 3x minus 4 equal to 0. So at this point we solve this by factorization. So to solve this by factorization, I will multiply this first term with this last term. So x squared times minus 4 will give me minus 4x squared. So what are the factors of minus 4x squared? That when I sum them, I will get minus 3x. So the factors, let me use one first. The factors is x. The factors of minus 4x squared is x minus 4x. So if you sum them together, you have minus 3x. So this is the function. This is the factor we are looking for. This is the factor of minus 4x squared. And when you sum them up, you have this. You have minus 3x squared. So I will use this x plus x and minus 4x to replace this middle term. So now I will now say x squared plus x minus 4x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now what are the factors of What are the factors? The common factor that is between x square and x is x. So x divide this, you have x. X divide plus x, you have plus 1. What is the common factor between this and this? You have minus 4. Minus 4x divided by minus 4, you have x. Minus 4 divided by minus 4, you have plus 1. So when you look at this expression, you notice that x plus 1 is common to both them. So I'll factor them out. It's a common factor. So if you use it to divide the first term, you have only x. If you use this common factor, which is x plus 1, to divide the second term, you have minus 4, which is equal to 0. So that means x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now if you add minus 1 to both sides, here if you add plus 4 to both sides, now this will cancel out things. Here you are left with x equal to minus 1, or this will cancel out this. Here you are left with x equal to 4. So the image, the function, the value of x where the function has no image is at x equal to minus 1 and 4. So the second question is, given the function f of x equal to x squared minus 3x minus 2, so express f of 2a minus f of a in terms of a. So the second question, you have f of 2a minus f of a. They say you should express the f of x, which is equal to s squared minus 3x minus 2. Let me see if it is what was given. Okay, that is it. So express this. Express this in terms of a. So what I will do now is f of 2a. So wherever I see x, I replace it with 2a. So this f of 2a will now be 2a all squared minus 3 into 2a minus 2. So this will be 4a squared minus 6a minus 2. Now for f of a, so wherever I see x, I replace it. Wherever I see x, I replace it with a. So that means a raised to power 2 minus 3a minus 2. So I will have a squared minus 3a minus 2. So let me just say this is equation 1, equation 2. So f of 2a minus f of a is same thing as saying subtracting, same thing as saying 4a squared minus 6a minus 2. This is f of 2a minus f of a. F of a is a squared minus 3a minus 2. Now expressing this in terms of a, which is what is written here. One, I will bring the like terms together. So here I'll have 4a squared minus times a plus a squared will be minus a squared. So here now you have minus 6a. The like terms here is minus times minus 3a will give you plus 3a. Now you have this other one, minus 2. This is constant term. Now it's a minus 2 plus, with minus 2 will give you plus 2. So for this we have 3a square. For this we have minus 3a. For this we have, this will cancel this, so we are left with this, which is 3a has a common factor 3a. If you use 3a to divide this, you have a. If you use 3a to divide minus 3a, you have minus 1. So you're left with this. This is the final expression in terms of a for this. Then the third question: if f of x is equal to x squared minus x plus 1, find f of b, f of a, f of b, and f of a plus b. So first, let's find f of a. F of a is equal to a squared minus a plus 1. So wherever I see x, I replace it with a. So f of b is just the same thing. Whenever I see x, I replace it with b squared, and with b, sorry. So I have b squared minus b plus 1. Then f of a plus b will now be wherever I see x, I replace it with a plus b. So I have here now a plus b all squared minus a plus b plus 1. So if I open this bracket, I will have a plus b times a plus b minus a plus b all squared, not all squared, all brackets plus 1. Now if I want to expand this, it will give me a squared plus 2ab plus b squared minus a minus b plus 1. So this is the expression for this. Now these are just the expression. So now they said, is f of a plus b equal to f of a plus f of b. Now from this f of a plus f of b is equal to a squared plus b squared minus a minus b plus 2. So from these two expressions, it shows that f of a plus b is not equal to f of a plus f of b. Because if you say, if you want to cancel out this will cancel out this, minus a will cancel out minus a, minus b will cancel out minus b. 1 will just cancel only 1 here. You have still left with plus 1 here. This one will cancel out this, this one will cancel out this. You are left with this. So the difference is 2ab plus 1. This is the difference, so it's not the same. Now let's go to number 4. Had even used a linear equation, it would have been the same. but it's not the same because you have the x square, you have, is a quadratic equation, that is why it's not the same. So number 4, f of x is equal to a square ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b and c are constant numbers. If f of 0 is equal to 5, what is the value of c? Okay, f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Now if f of 0 is equal to 5, you say what is the value of c? Now f of 0 is something else. Anywhere where I see x, I replace it with 0. So it's something as say 0 square a times 0 square plus b times 0 plus c is something as 5. So these two terms will be 0. So you're left with c is equal to 5. Now they said f of 1 is equal to 6 and f of minus 1 is equal to 8. Let me see whether it's what was written. Okay, that is it. Now f of 1 is equal to 6. So f of 1 means wherever I see x, I replace it with 1. So you have a 1 square plus b 1 plus c is equal to 6. So here 1 square is something as 1. So 1 times a is a, b times 1 is b, plus c is equal to what? 6. Now from this, can I call this equation 1? Call this let me not call this equation 2. From equation 1, substitute c equal to 5 into equation 2. So I will have a plus b. So wherever I see c, I replace it with 5. So now I needed to add minus 5 to both sides this equation. So I will be left on the left hand side, this will cancel out this. I will be left with a plus b. Now 6 minus 5 will be 1. So this is equation 3. Now for f of minus 1, which is equal to 8. So wherever I see x, I replace it with minus 1. So a times minus 1 raised to power 2 plus b times minus 1 plus c is equal to 8. A times minus 1 square. Minus 1 square is something as 1. 1 times a is a. Plus b times minus 1 will give you minus b plus c is equal to 8. So substituting c equal to 5 into this equation, let me call this equation 4. You have a minus b plus 5 is equal to 8. Now if you add minus 5 to both sides of this equation, you will now be left with a minus b on the left hand side. This one will cancel out this. Then 8 minus 5 will give you 3. So this is equation 5. Now adding equation 5 adding equation 3 and 5 together, if you add them together, okay, let me just bring them down. A plus b is equal to 1. A minus b is equal to 3. If you add these two equations, this will cancel out this. This plus this will be 2a equal to 4. Now, if you divide this by 2, if you divide both sides by 2, you have this will cancel out this. You have a is equal to 2. Now, since a is equal to 2, now substituting, let me call this equation 6. Substituting a equal to 2 into equation 3, you have a plus b is equal to 1. That is, this is equation 3. So wherever you see a, you replace it with 2. So you have 2 plus b equal to 1. So if you add minus 2 to both sides, this will cancel this. At the left hand side, you are left with b. On the right hand side, 1 minus 2 will give you minus 1. So your answer, a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 1, and c is equal to 5. That is the final answer. Then number 5 is the final question. If f of x is equal to 2x squared minus x plus 1, express f of x plus h minus f of x all divided by h in its simplest form. So if you have f of x is equal to 2x squared minus x plus 1, let me be sure that is what was given. So okay, 2x squared minus x plus 1. Now f of x plus h is same thing as, now this is essentially replacing x with x plus h. So 2 into x plus h all squared minus bracket open x plus h plus 1. So if we want to open up this bracket, we will now have 2 into x squared plus 2xh plus h raised to 2 minus x bracket open x plus h plus 1. Now let's open up this bracket. We now have 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus x minus h plus 1. So this will be f of x plus h. So f of x will just be the same thing as the given value. Same thing as the given value. So the given value, which is 2x squared minus x plus 1. So the difference between f of x plus h minus f of x is this one, this minus this. So this will cancel out this. This will cancel out this. This will cancel out this. Those terms will cancel out those terms. So we are left with 4x square, sorry, 4xh plus 2h square minus h. So we're left with this. Now that means f of x plus h minus f of x all divided by h will now be equal to 4xh plus 2h square minus h all over h. So this is something as using h to divide all the terms. You have 4xh all over h plus 2h square all over h minus h all over h. So you'll be left with this one will cancel out this. You have 4x. This will cancel out this. You have plus 2h. This will cancel out this. You have minus 1. So this is the final answer. So f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h will give you this. This is the final answer. This final answer. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.